Alright everybody, welcome back to another Xvault gaming video. Xvault here, and today what we're going to do is go over some, even more salt in regards to the Xbox fanboys. They are not handling the news well, that their games, their first party games, are heading to other platforms, so we're pulling these screens and other examples deep from the sodium or salt mines, if you will, in regards to that faction. So without further ado, let's have some fun and let's go ahead and jump to it. Alright, so like I was saying, what we do is we have a lot of examples here, at least a few examples here, more in regards to the Xbox fanboys not handling the whole situation well. It's been a matter of days, even over a week, since we've had official word that Hi-Fi Rush, Sea of Thieves, Grounded, Pentiment, and more on the horizon are going to be coming to other platforms. So it's been a delight to see this all unfold. And let's go ahead and pull up our first example here from Scotty Spliff. This is in regards to Clobril here. That's the issue. This playing nice when everybody plays we all win shtick only applies to Xbox. Apparently when the Xbox community still gets second-class treatment. 4 games will lead to more, which can lead to the devaluing of Game Pass and Xbox ecosystem. Slip, parry, slope. I'm assuming you mean slippery slope. I don't know if there's a play on parry, but so like Clobril said, though, he stands by his choice words and Xbox and all that. I'll leave that up here if you haven't seen it. I know the text is kind of small there, but that being said, he did have a lot of things to say, and he's absolutely right. So he's not just now the realization that sharing these games, quote, sharing these games other platform, no, it is a slippery slope. It absolutely is. That's not going to change anything. It's been heading down this path for a long time. Again, not sure where these folks have been, why this is news to them, but here we go. This is just the beginning, like I said. So as we continue to go on, Monday here, the hype from that June show will be overshadowed by Is Every Game coming to PlayStation or Nintendo. Microsoft did this to themselves, and it kills me. People are like, it's just 4 games. Who believes that? Everything is on the table except the big 3, and they might come. Well, Monday, I hate to burst your bubble, but more than likely they are going to come. Even recently, as of today, at the time of this recording, Tom Warren truly believes that games like Elder Scrolls 6 will indeed hit other platforms. Whether that ends up being day and date, I don't know. By the time that Elder Scrolls 6 actually arrives, which we could probably maybe say about 2028, maybe 2030, it has the potential to be day and date, depending on how this goes for the next few years in regards to the first-party games. So, there's going to be a rude awakening for you there, buddy. So, let's keep going. Wrath of the Emperor here. Tagging, of course, good old Phil Spencer, Daddy Phil. Will Xbox players be getting any PlayStation titles on the Xbox anytime soon? If not, I'm really confused as to why Xbox is giving Sony games. Isn't this a two-way street? If it's not worth it, basically, right? It's not a two-way street. The only thing that's staying is games like Destiny or games as a service games for the most part, maybe games like Marathon and such. So I know a lot of the Xbox fanboys were, as you've seen in the previous videos, were hoping that Helldivers 2 was coming over to their platform in one way, shape, or form. That's not going to happen. They've seen a ton of success without needing anything from Xbox. And again, the Xbox community doesn't really buy games. That's why we're in the situation we're at. That's why they've been conditioned with Game Pass and everything like that, right? So games like Marathon or the free-to-download, free-to-play games now, like, Destiny 2, or I don't know if Marathon will cost money up front or if it's going to be a free-to-play game and have those microtransactions as a games as a service. I don't know yet. But that's the only time that you're going to probably see those games from PlayStation make its way over to Xbox, as if there is some sort of games as a service and a free-to-play game. So no, you are not going to see this two-way street. You better get used to that. If you don't understand that, I don't know what to tell you. Those are the facts. That's what you need to adhere to. That isn't going to change, buddy. Not anytime soon at the very least. So, going through Obsidian here, of course, talking about their Pentiment game and doing the almost like Spider-Man-esque meme, right, where they're pointing with each other and all that, as you can read there. But The best part about it is at the bottom here we have Andre. Traitors. They're just straight up traitors. You guys are traitors. Yes, because this is a legitimate war. The console war is a legitimate hand-to-hand combat war for taking over territories and ending lives. And hopefully that wasn't a thing that would ever come true. But traitors, come on, man. What are you talking about? There's two ways about it. Either you're talking about actual war or you're talking about friendships on the playground here. But either way, this is quite hilarious to see because they feel like they've been betrayed, right? They're traitors. Obsidian, Microsoft, Phil, Sarah Bond, Matt Booty, Aaron Greenberg, they're all just traitors. No, they're businessmen, and it's a business, and they want to make money, and that's how they make money. We've already been over this multiple times. If you guys don't buy your games, even though you've been conditioned to rent them, if you do not buy your games, stuff like this is eventually going to happen. And here we are. So let's continue to go. Morty tagging Xbox P3. This is coming from a casual fan, but please, no more porting games. I get that everyone plays game, everyone wins, but coming from all the guys who defended and stuck by Xbox all these years, you let us down. You're giving all the media the ammunition it needs to put Xbox down. It's not helping. It's not building the brand up. It's grinding it into the ground. Have nerve to stand up against, right? To defend the brand, speak out against all the slander, stand up and take control back by doing this. You're allowing a narrative play out, and it's making it hard to defend the brand. Now, in his defense, I don't know if English is his first language. If it is, I would maybe look into bettering that. If you're not, totally understandable. Bilingual, trilingual, multilingual, whatever. Great job. That being said, now, to dissect this a little bit, like I said, you admit you are a casual fan. I truly believe from what I've seen and have experienced and have talked to personally, IRL, not even just on social media, a lot of Xbox fans are indeed casual fans. That's why Game Pass really pertains to them or you. That's why you're not seeing the buying of the game. So you being a casual fan, he's 100% not going to take, if he was going to look at this and do anything towards it, you're admitting first off, hey, you might get that $1 a month from me via Microsoft Rewards or any other way I can get this for free, or buying that next, carton of Pringles chips or the next Oreo package or Mountain Dew or Doritos or whatever. That's how I'm going to continue to contribute to this brand, to contribute to this business. That's essentially what you're saying. Whether that be true or not, that's what it feels like when you say you're a casual fan, but kind of thing. Now, it is when everyone plays, they all win. We all win. What they mean by that is they're a business. When everybody plays, that's more money for them. That's how they win. This isn't about you as a consumer. I mean, if it benefits you in that grand scheme of things, great. But it's mostly to benefit them, okay? The giving media all the ammunition it needs to put Xbox down. No, it's the media has been on it since, again, the beginning of the Xbox One, the 1X generation, right? The Xbox One, the water cooler, the Call of Duty. Media was all over that. End of story, right? So this isn't new. This isn't new media. You've had a lot of social media influencers like Colt Eastwood, like Destin Ligari, like everybody else in between that has been spinning that narrative. And then here we are. It doesn't help when you have that misinformation, buddy. So ultimately, they are allowing the narrative to play out. And it shouldn't be something where you're defending the brand. Anybody that is defending the brand of Xbox as far as what they're doing or making it not seem like an end of the world deal, it is. It is, because it's such a culture change to you guys that you're not ready for. Hence why we have all the salt, while we have all these meltdowns right now. You're not ready for it, but it is what it is. You guys made your bed, and now you gotta lie in it. Simple as that. So let's continue. Sorry, I had to beat on that a little bit because there's a lot to break down. But Xbox Series XS. Now, this guy does a lot of misinformation, but here's a great post. So, Xbox is now a third-class citizen. Xbox art in the back. I know when I posted this on social media, a lot of folks were coming in the comment section stating, I don't see anybody crying or whining about this. Where's it at? I'm not going to pull an example for every single thing. We've seen it. If you haven't seen it, that's a you problem. They are crying about it. And it is hilarious. It is hilarious there in the very back. You got PlayStation, which would probably net the most sales for physical and digital, followed by then Nintendo Switch, of course, which I think it would work great on a handheld system, right? So great, there we go. Pentiment's already been out, so yeah, they don't really need to go front and center with the Xbox branding there because they want to push out to the new platforms. Think, Mark. Then Indrid Cold. Just one stupid effing decision after another by Xbox P3 and the team. Again, I just broke down why this is the case, by the way, but this guy knows more than actual businessmen out there and Phil the car salesman Spencer. I get Sea of Thieves and Grounded going multi-platform, but this and Hi-Fi Rush are single-player games. Now this, they deserve to be mocked. They deserve to be mocked back again in the Xbox One days. And they're continuing to be mocked. The fact that this narrative changes, that something is going to change, the whole wait for E3 narrative was the biggest thing forever, and then it just consistently kept changing. You guys have held the line for so long. It's time to just sit back, enjoy what you got, play where you want, do what you gotta do. But to sit there and have that consistent shocked Pikachu face is absolutely mind-blowing to me. I don't understand why this is coming out of left field for y'all. I say this over and over. Now, some of my favorite things that the Xbox actual official brand and official social media team does state, and here we have Xbox stating, the lies will always be there waiting for you. Now, let's clear this up in case folks don't think that I understand parody or satire, or if they're meaning something else. This is clearly meaning their game Pentiment, right? However, whoever tweeted this out, you need to get some self-awareness about the whole situation going on these last few weeks. And understand that doesn't look good when people label Phil Spencer himself as Liza P. Not Liza P game related, but literal Liza P Phil Spencer. So the self-awareness here was amazing. This is super on point. I love it. This is probably one of my favorite Xbox posts of all time, just because it's like, I know they meant it to be something else, but here we have it is like, bro, come on. Can we be any more lack of self-awareness being around? I mean, oh, it's so good. Let's keep going with Mr. Colt. I feel like, with Peter Ovo pulling back and at least trying the angle of like, hey, we shouldn't be fooled by all this nonsense. And he's trying a different route now. So good job, Peter. I'm totally falling for it. You're such an authentic guy. But so in that case, Colt Eastwood going into overdrive, as you can see here. PlayStation 5 Metacritic prediction for Hi-Fi Rush 90, Grounded 85, Pentiment 86, and Sea of Thieves 82. This would push Xbox first-party studios well above PlayStation first-party this gen. This should raise the Open Critics scores. So now that they've lost the console war, which again, I feel like they've lost a long time ago when we're talking about console wars, but now Colt Eastwood shifting the narrative that this is now a good thing, and because it's on PlayStation, that's what's going to elevate those better scores. Well, I can see that for Grounded and Sea of Thieves, right? Because they've consistently got out patches and updated and seasons and everything else that goes along with it out of early access, for sure. But you're using that as console war ammunition. Are you serious right now? That's great. Hi-Fi Rush and Pentiment, I mean, if it truly is different and a higher score, maybe. I mean, you're going to have other sites like Push Square and PlayStation Access and everybody else that's more PlayStation centric able to actually review these games for PlayStation, then, sure. But that doesn't mean that you guys got a win because it's available to more critics and they were already good games for the most part. Like, that's the angle you're going for, Colt. That's what you have to shift it to get good news. Okay. Okay, buddy. So let's let that delusion lie there. We'll wrap up the video for the salt here. Really appreciate that. Again, all your guys' support. At this time of recording, 1,330 subscribers out of the 1,500 goal. We are seriously, what, 170 away from 1,500, that goal? That is amazing. You guys astound me every single day. Thank you so much for that support. That being said, we'll keep it short so I don't ramble every end of the video. I just can't get over the fact you guys are amazing for this community. Thank you so much. But that being said, definitely leave a like, comment down below. Would love to hear from you. Of course, that does help the algorithm. Even for the haters, when you comment, that does help the algorithm. So thank you so much. That being said as well, if you have not already, definitely consider subscribing, helping out a small content creator like myself. That being said, just remember, don't be a salty batch. And we'll see you next time on the next Xvault gaming video. And until then, take care.